The color swap Pokemon Kecleon was a mystery to the Pokemon world for a very long time. When Professor Birch first discovered it, he had it classified as a grass-type Pokemon. Not long after its discovery, numerous science geeks, excuse me, professors, began arguing over its typing. Professor Oak said it was a water type, Professor Elm insisted it was a rock type. There hadn't been a bigger debate over a Pokemon's typing since the Great Sudowoodo debacle. The professors agreed to disagree and began learning more and more about Kecleon, which is when they discovered its amazing ability. Its ability, Color Change, changes Kecleon's typing to whatever move it was last hit by. It was because of this that the professors had been finding numerous different Kecleon types out in the wild. For research purposes, Kecleon are considered a normal type, but thanks to Color Change, they've been able to adapt to many different environments. Ice-type Kecleon live in snowy landscapes, while Fire-type Kecleon thrive in harsh volcanoes. Color Change also makes Kecleon a real nuisance in battle, as you must plan your moves carefully if you wish to hit it super effectively. The one downside is that Kecleon will rarely get boosts due to stab, which means it will lose a lot of potential attacking power. Despite, as per usual, having a subpar ability for battling, Kecleon has one of the most interesting abilities, being similar to only Ditto and Arceus in that its typing changes. According to my research, the only time the ability takes effect is when Kecleon takes direct damage. No substitutes or anything. Status seems to fail as well. In battle, Kecleon's defenses are decent, but the opponent gets to pick the typing, unless its trainer can successfully use switching Pokemon around to their advantage. Out of battle, Kecleon has much more control over its ability, being able to change color at will, even becoming invisible. Sadly, its trademark zigzag across its belly is the end of it, as that does not turn invisible as well. Maybe he can hide in front of Charlie Brown. Chameleons are mighty creatures sculpted by the gods themselves. Kecleon, however, is a pretty terrible excuse for a chameleon. Relatively weak and with a less than desirable move pool, Kecleon is generally outclassed in any situation it finds itself in. In the wild, however, Kecleon is known for its main ability, trolling. Kecleon, using its ability Color Change, creates invisible walls which block unsuspecting trainers from passing. This is generally the only use for Color Change, so wild Kecleon simply use their ability to cause trouble for trainers wherever they go. Even when in battle Kecleon is trolling you. After using an item to reveal the invisible wall to be a Kecleon, you might think Kecleon is a mighty beast that deserves a slot in your team. However, on capture, you realize that Kecleon is pretty mediocre and instantly discard it into your box. That is the true wonder of the ability Color Change. It gets Kecleon captured and allows it to live a safe life in Lynette's PC, rather than falling victim to predators that would have no trouble ripping this poor excuse for a chameleon limb from limb. Kecleon is an amazing Pokemon in the way that it can adapt to different conditions very easily. Firstly, Kecleon can change the color of its skin to help it camouflage with its surroundings. Speaking about its camouflaging technique, not all of Kecleon becomes completely invisible. There is a red zigzag pattern on a Kecleon's belly that is always visible. I believe that the zigzag pattern stays visible so older Kecleon can still have an eye on younger Kecleon even if they are being cheeky and turning invisible, so that they can protect them. The ability also has an effect if the Kecleon is in a battle. Whenever Kecleon is hit with an attack, its skin senses the attack and changes Kecleon's type into the type of attack that hit it. This defense mechanism lets Kecleon more often than not resist the opposing Pokemon's attacks. Quite possibly due to its ability, Kecleon can also learn a large variety of move types for a normal type. By level up, Kecleon learns a lot of Psychic, Dark, and Ghost moves, and the invention of TMs help Kecleon even further by boosting its different coverage options.